Ground control to Major Tom. Oh, hello there. Yeah, I already know that one, sorry. But I got a live one. You guys know how we do it around here. Hi guys, welcome to Lee Reacts. Hope everyone's having a good day. I know I am. I don't know what that was, but I guess I'm having a good one. We are back with our weekly David Bowie video, and we're starting a new album. And if you've clicked on the video, you probably already know what it is. And we're going to be starting, it's called David Bowie, but it's also referred to as Space Oddity. I know that I was kind of going in order, but now we got to go back before we go forward once again. We're going, we're not going to the first album, though. I don't think, at least. But I do know that the first track, Jesus Lee, get it out. I've heard that many times, but I found a live version of it. But when I say live, I don't know if it's actually live. It says live 1969. It's on some TV show. And then the next track, which is a mouthful. Jesus, what is it? Unwashed something. Unwashed and somewhat slightly dazed. That's the actual studio track from the album, but Space Oddity is looks like kind of a, it's a shortened version compared to the studio track, but I've already heard it, so I can't really play it in good conscience without, I've never done that and I never will, so I can't do that. We're gonna just listen to the video though. Enjoy it, let's go. And I know this is kind of a curveball probably for the albums, but I had a few people suggest that I listen to this one because it's their favorite. It's apparently kind of a disjointed ride, not really cohesive. That's what the reviews say. Wait, I'm not past 6 minutes yet, so I can't really say what I want to say. But screw the critics. All right, David Bowie, Space Oddity, live in '69. 3, 2, 1, go. It's the Man Who Sold the World cover shirt. Isn't it? Maybe not.
Ground control to Major Tom. Ground control to Major Tom. Take your protein pills and put your helmet on. Ground control to Major Tom. Commencing countdown, engines on. Check ignition and may God's love be with you. This is ground control to Major Tom. You've really made the grade, and the papers want to know whose shirts you wear. Now it's time to leave the capsule if you dare.
Such a young David.
This is Major Tom to ground control. I'm stepping through the door, and I'm floating in a most peculiar way. The stars look very different today, for here am I sitting in a tin can.
I love this.
Far above the world, planet Earth is blue, and there's nothing I can do.
So much.
And I think my spaceship knows which way to go. Tell my wife I love her very much, she knows. Ground control to Major Tom, your circuit's dead, there's something wrong. Can you hear me, Major Tom? Can you hear me, Major Tom? Can you hear me, Major Tom? Can you hear, am I floating around and there's nothing I can do.
I kind of love this version, I'm not gonna lie. Did so well, man. His charisma's crazy. Unwashed and somewhat slightly dazed.
Vice, my pretty girl, I see you see me through your window. Don't turn your nose up. Well, you can if you need to, you won't be the first or last. It must strain you to look down so far from your father's house. And I know what a louse like me in his house could do for you. Utopia dream, and you're free in the depths of your banker's spleen. And I'm passing me too, and there's blood on my nose, and my tissue is rotting where the rats to the bones.
I don't know who this is, but they are killing it. Whoa.
Now you run from your window to the porcelain bowl, and you sip from your ears to the red parquet floor, and the rock on the wall slides down your front and eats through your belly. It's very catchy.
I hear Hendrix in the guitar a little bit. That's a good fill. Always ahead of the curve. Or he is the curve. Truly an innovator. What a track, dude. It happens every freaking week, I swear to God. And that's a new one that I love. It's like every week there's at least one song that I listen to by him. Be it in a 4-track, 3-track, 2-track sampler kind of thing. I switch it up just depending on the week and what my availability is, basically. But no matter what, there's always at least one song that I just leave feeling something with, I can't say that for every song or video that I do on here. And that's why I've continued to, pour into his catalog as much as I have. No one really requested. It's just me doing it, and I really enjoy doing it because I don't know what to expect. That's all. What I know to expect is don't expect anything. It's going to be whatever it's going to be. And all right, so let's see who we got. All right, so I think Space Oddity came out and it was pretty big, and then that financed the record, or that's what incentivized RCA to record the record. It's the second time I've done that tonight. I get distracted. Jesus. It was financed by Mercury on the strength of Space Oddity. The album was recorded from June to October 1969 in Trident Studios. It was produced by, Gus Dudgeon produced Space Oddity, but we didn't even listen to the studio track, so it doesn't matter. Tony Visconti produced the rest of the album. What? It was Herbie. And Rick? So Herbie Flowers and Rick make... What? That's crazy. So I don't know who was backing him up for the live one. I don't know if that was like the house band or what, because the strings and stuff, that was a gorgeous rendition of that song. Like, I'll talk about that one just to get out of the way first. Just seeing him up on that stage all by himself, just a guitar, man. Like I always say, a man or a woman and a guitar is all you need, even though there was other instruments being played, but just for the visual part, the aspect of it. And that was really good for whatever year that was. I think it said 67, or was it? No, it was 68, right? Hold on, I can open it back up. What was it? Oh, it was 1969. Oh, the Bee Gees was 67. Whoops, my bad. So yeah, just seeing him up there like that, like he looks so young and he looks so, I don't know, fresh, And it's funny because the Bee Gees one, like I just mentioned that I just did, they all looked young too, and he looked super young there and just full of life. And that looked like the same shirt that he wore for the alternate cover of Man Who Sold the World, not the weird album cover, the one with him like sitting on the couch. And that's funny that's not the weird one. The weird one's like the cartoon one. Like that, I saw that cover. I'm like, what the hell were they thinking with that one? I don't know. The other one with him in the whatever the kimono, that was the best one, or dress, whatever it is. I gotta find out who played on it. Good job. Come on, Lee. All right. Okay, so David Bowie on vocals, acoustic guitar, and the kalimba. Tim Renwick on electric guitar, flute, and recorder. Keith Christmas on acoustic guitar. Mick Wayne on guitar. Rick Wakeman on mellotron and electric harpsichord. Tony Visconti on bass, flute, recorder. Herbie Flowers on bass. John Lodge on bass. Okay, so he just had a bunch of different people on this. John Cambridge and Terry Cox on drums. And then Benny Marshall and friends did the harmonica. And Paul Buckmaster did the cello. There you go. So that means, I don't know who did the guitar solo. And slightly disheveled. Yeah, hold on. Unwashed and somewhat slightly dazed. I guess that disheveled kind of works too. But yeah, I don't know who exactly played on it. It doesn't. I guess I could click on this one and it might tell me. Oh yes, it does. I was wrong. It wasn't Herbie on that. Herbie was on a different one. All right, so for it was David Bowie for lead vocals, Keith Christmas on 12-string acoustic guitar, Mick Wayne on lead guitar, so he was the one ripping that solo, Tim Renwick on rhythm guitar, John Lodge bass, John Cambridge on the drums. He was killing. Those fills were sick there at the end. Benny Marshall on the harmonica, and then unknown musicians for sax and trumpet, and produced by Tony Visconti. See, there you go. I love it. All right, the inspiration for that. Oh, wow. It's about his dad dying? The feel of the song was meant to show Bowie's feelings after his father's death. Huh. I guess that would make sense with the name. Unwashed and somewhat slightly dazed. Yeah. I'm not gonna lie, I'm gonna let you guys in on a little Elite Reacts lore here. I went through my phase of that when my dad died. I wouldn't wash my clothes. I wouldn't shower. You know, I probably stunk like hell, dude. I was like 11, 12 years old. I would just sleep through class all day. And it sucked because I was like a director's list student up to that point. And, you know, that just broke me, dude. And it broke me in ways that I didn't even realize in the time, because it's not fair to a kid, especially a 9-year-old, for that to happen to, especially your dad, you know. It wasn't fair in the slightest, but it happened, you know, and it made me who I am today. But it made me grow up very quickly in a way, but it also made me retreat into this eternal adolescence almost. Because it's like I'm like Peter Pan in a way, like I'm just afraid to like fully grow up, because then it's like that's commitment, you know, I guess. But I totally get him if that's what the lyrics are about. I kind of did feel like there was something else to them, you know, because it was a very tight instrumentation based song. Like the instruments are great, but the lyrics itself, you could tell there was something else going on there. But now that I read this little side note that it might be about his dad, it makes sense. But the song also seems to be about social structure, as the girl in the song is very wealthy compared to the narrator. Bowie said that the song was written because he got funny stares from people. Very interesting. Well, I would say that, yeah, Mick Wayne's guitar solo in that was great. I liked the acoustic guitar from Keith Christmas. Obviously, Bowie's vocals are fantastic. But that just last 2 minutes after the singing was done, and there was just that last 2 minutes of just the instrumentation, fantastic. I mean, the intensity just picked up just out of nowhere. They kind of had it going the whole song, but then once they turned the jets on for those last 2 minutes, man, and that's a hell of a flash right there, especially for the second track on the album. That's not even the first one or the last one or like side 2, track 1. No, that's side 1, track 2. And then you already had Space Oddity before that, which is a fantastic, one of the most iconic songs of all time. And like I said, I already heard it. That's why I do the live one. And just what a fucking run of 2 songs right there. And even the live one, like, 'cause that was different than the studio cut of Space Oddity, I think. And I loved that. That was so good. I'm going to have to go back and listen to the studio one again just to see the differences, because it's been probably at least a year or 2 since I've heard it, maybe less. You know, it's one of those songs that pops up in so many places that you wouldn't even think about it, you know, just for like commercials or for like ads on like YouTube, anything, man. But that was great, dude. I would definitely say the best part of that was the last 2 minutes of the second track, but also Bowie in that first track and just his aura. He's so charismatic. It's like he's magnetic. Like you're just polar, like attracted just to his music and what he does, man. It's crazy. But that was excellent. Thank you to myself for requesting it. Good job, Lee. I appreciate you. And we're going to go through the next 2 tracks next week, which will be... No, not that one. All right, so it's going to be 3 tracks, technically. Don't Sit Down, which is like 39 seconds. Letter to Hermione. And then Signet Committee. That's funny. I didn't see the Don't Sit Down on the... I didn't see that on the track listing on YouTube. I just would have thrown that one on here if I saw it was 39 seconds. Oh, well. I'll throw that in with the next one. So, yeah, Signet Committee, Letter to Hermione, and Don't Sit Down. That's funny because I read Harry Potter as a kid, and Hermione is a character. I used to think her name was called Hermione. That's what my dad pronounced it as. Hermione. That's funny. Sorry. Kind of got lost for a second there. Thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you later. Hello. One more thing. We have a really cool Patreon community. If you want to come join the $15 tier. We're up. You get 1 free request a month. There's other, tiers and such for other amounts of requests. If you want to do 2, you want to do 3, I got whatever you need. There's also a PayPal as well in the description if you want to send a tip or request in that way. Thank you so much for watching, guys. I appreciate it. I will see you later.